deity for which you stood for 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes. In some temples, people stand there for 2, 3 hours, and you are pushed out within 1 minute moment you reach the center of it. You don't even have time to close eyes and open eyes. By the time you do this, you are thrown out. How will you understand that godliness? But you can see it in the movies, on YouTube. As soon as the baby is released from mother's womb, baby starts crying. It's a sign. Crying is a sign that baby is alive. If baby doesn't cry, then doctors worry. Doctors, they tilt the body and try to stimulate the breath or the heart. They tilt the body and tap it on the back. And still baby doesn't cry. It's a still baby. Means there is no force. There is no life force in the baby. Without that life force, the whole family will cry. Mothers too. And such a powerful source is within us. And it remains with us until the last breath. We call such an entity as Atman. Doesn't matter what name we give. In English they call it soul. In Urdu we call it ruh. Some call it jiva. It hardly matters what we call that particular force, but it's within me. It's within each of us, your individual soul. This soul is not in the temples. It's not in the Dwarka. It's not in Kashi or Kedar, or it's not in what we call Kaaba or Jerusalem. It's within us. Even to go to such places, you will need the cooperation of this inner deity, your life force. Must I look for it outside? You answer this question yourself. And that's why in Hinduism they call it as Antaryamin, one who dwells within. You try to look for it outside, what happens? Your mother is in the house and you keep looking for mother outside, or your friend is inside the room and you keep looking for your friend outside the room. People will say you've gone mad. Same thing is happening. The realized soul don't say blatantly to you that you are a foolish person running around here and there looking for God. In that case, God is not lost, you are lost. Because something that is within, you are trying to look for it outside. And you can never find peace or happiness searching with such understanding. It's absolutely wrong understanding. What happens even when you go to a temple? You are closing your eyes as soon as you enter the sanctorium and bow before the deity in front of the statue. What happens to you at that time? You are folding your hands and closing your eyes. What are you trying to perceive at that time? Deity for which you stood for 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes. In some temples, people stand there for 2, 3 hours, and you are pushed out within 1 minute moment you reach the center of it. You don't even have time to close eyes and open eyes. By the time you do this, you are thrown out. How will you understand that godliness? Might as well stay home and reflect, meditate on this very precious entity without which there is no life at all. And moment our path is sacred, moment this Atman or the life force understands that my search is genuine and I am looking for that within myself, it showers us with happiness and joy. Moment we look for it outside, it understands that the path adopted is wrong. It can never shower peace and joy. If at all, it will be just surface spraying of water. You feel cool just a little bit, just because you bowed your head in front of someone. If you had not done it, you would remain afraid. Oh, I went there, I could not bow my head, I did not light up the lamp. Why such a fear? Are you afraid of your father or mother when you love them so much? Then why be afraid of God? People are always afraid. If I don't do this, God might punish me. If I do this, God might reward me with something great. Maybe heaven, maybe success in exam, maybe a good job somewhere. What about those people who don't believe in God at all? In the Western countries, there are many atheists and they are also very successful. So the success is not on the outside agency, it's on you, on your hard work. You study like crazy, and there are some students who miss out on their studies and they don't work hard. They visit temple more than others, hoping that the deity will help you pass. It's too late. There are groups of children today, youth. Some are so focused and sincere about the truth, the reality. Why are we? What are we? How are we to proceed towards this? What is the truth behind our existence? There is some minority of youth who are pursuing this in a very serious way. We have a lot of youth coming to us with these fundamental questions. And there is another part of the youth whom I call a bit lost, however temporarily, but they will, I think, make their way as they learn their lessons in life. Okay. When they say, when a question arises, I don't believe in God, I think it's fundamentally, it's a right question. I don't believe in God because, as you say, I don't see it. But God is not a thing to be seen. God can be experienced only. There is no other way. Moment you bring God and bring Him into a form, how would you recognize? Someone asked my Guruji, can you show me God? His answer was very profound. He said, suppose if I show you God, how will you know it's God? Isn't it? So, and second thing, you ask any elderly person today, your grandmother or mother or, do you believe in God? And immediately what answer would she give you? Perhaps she might even slap you even though you are grown up. Why are you asking me such a question? Don't you think I believe in God? When you ask such a question, they think you are attacking them. But they get angry because they have no answer why they believe in God. They really have no profound or real answer behind their belief. At the most, they would say, I believe because my mother taught me. I believe because my father taught me. I believe because our religion says so, our books, our shastras say so. So I believe. So my belief is always on the outside because of. But what about you? What do you say about it? Then they keep zero, zap. See, one day I was discussing these things with my father one evening, sometime in 1977. And I asked my father, "You've been doing all this for years and years, and as much as I notice. Can you tell me the best experience that you ever had with these worships that I can share with your grandchildren?" Of course, at that time I was not married. But I put the question like that something that I like to share from, what you say to me today, I will share it with your grandchildren, your best experience. They kept on thinking, he kept on scratching his head also and said, "Kamlesh, I don't know. I just do it. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel as if I have done my duty." I said, "Towards whom? God is not asking you to do this or that. Why are you doing this? Have you felt anything out of it? Have you become anything after doing all this thing?" He said, "No." I said, "Then would you like to experience the presence of something very profound in yourself?" I said, "Yes." So I took him to one of the trainers nearby our village, and he sat in meditation. Simple form of meditation, the way you all do. Close your eyes and be receptive towards this incoming transmission with the thought that, my heart is being illuminated with divine presence, with divine light. That's all. And when the work was done on him by the trainer, this through yogic transmission, at the end of meditation, he started crying like a child. I was witness to it, see. And he said, "I wasted my life." I said, "How so?" He said, "Something that I had been wondering to experience, it has come true today in the very first session." I said, "Look, you should not feel bad that you wasted. You should not feel like that you wasted your time. All those things have prepared you for this moment. It is not that religion is bad. Religion prepares us. But we should always be open for spiritual experience. You see? All these murtis, nothing wrong with it. They are akar. It gives us a direction that move in this direction. But these akar are human-made. Like when this Mahabharata movie has spoiled my imagination of Lord Krishna, because each time I think of Lord Krishna, this actor comes in my mind who played the role of Lord Krishna. And many a times, even Ramayana or even Mother Sita would come in the form of that actress. Now, is that real? No. And we keep on creating images or photographs of these lords. In the images portrayed by these cinemas. Similarly, the artist imagination through a murti. But when I encounter godly presence in my heart, it will not be through any form, because divine presence is always beyond forms. They say we go beyond akar into nirakar, and still further we transcend all these things. So I think there is a beauty behind all these things, you see. Though religion gives us a direction, we should not stop there. We should try to go further, venture. As they say, it's an inner spiritual adventure.
Did you know meditation can reshape your brain? Click on the video to explore the science behind it.